Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Digital Nomad Mom podcast. This show is all about the digital nomad lifestyle coupled with family topics. We'll also discover other lifestyle optimization strategies for good measure. Follow these tips and tactics to design a life with more freedom, excitement, and greater joy. Subscribe here for interviews with digital nomad families, entrepreneurs who might still be contemplating to have their own family one day, families who are on a gap year, and many others. Thanks for joining us today. Today it's Natacha, also a digital nomad mom, who's with me on the show. Hi, Natacha. How are you?
Hi Julia, and yeah, I'm very good. It's a bit early here, that's why you don't see much light. It's 6:30 in
Oh,
Spain.
I know this is the perks and or maybe the downsides of time differences. But yeah, very grateful that you're taking your time even that early, especially as a mom. Time is valuable. So let's dive straight into your story. Maybe you can tell a little bit about you yourself, what you're doing, and yeah, anything people might want to hear.
So yeah, I'm Natasha, I'm a French mom, and I left France already 10 years ago, and I became a digital nomad more or less 7 years ago, so almost 10 years. As a digital nomad, I started because I just love traveling. This is the passion of mine. So I started to travel the world. I had a normal job in Germany for 3 years, and after 3 months, it was not really for me. So I continued to save money, but I knew that I was going to travel the world. And then I went to, after traveling the world, I went to China, and that's where I started my digital nomad lifestyle. I started working online as an online French teacher, and at that time, it was good on the freedom part, the fact that I was able to work from my laptop, which was what I wanted. On the income side, well, the pay was not that high, so it's good to start, but would not recommend it for long term. And and yes, that's how I started, and now I have built different businesses so that I can work from home and be with my daughter. Basically, I spend most of my time with my daughter, and I work a few hours a day.
Okay, cool. That's a interesting journey. And so when you say you started in China and then what happened next? I mean, then you realized it's not enough money, but well, many out there do so too. But how did you make that shift to say, okay, I need to do something, and what do I need to do?
So I never thought, to be honest, I never thought it was not that much money, because I'm someone who doesn't like, what I like is I like traveling, and I really think that you can travel at any budget. So I never thought, well, it's yeah, it's not enough money. But for me, my value is really time. So basically, it was too much time in front of my computer and not enough with my daughter. So that's what I understood. Okay, this is not for me. Plus, this was good for a few years, but the enjoyment was not there anymore when I was teaching, which is, I mean, it's good for me and for my clients. It's important that you enjoy what you're doing. So that's how I started doing other things. Basically, from China, I went back to Europe. I wanted to be closer to my family. So from China, I went back to Europe. I'm now in Spain. And because Spain is quite a good country if you want to invest, to be honest, because it's affordable. The prices are affordable to invest. So I invested in a property that I'm doing as vacation rental. So that's one of my income stream, is a vacation rental like business, and it's become totally passive right now because I have a property manager who is handling the cleaning, check-in, check-out. I just do the messaging, which is possible from my phone with my daughter, so no problem, thanks to WhatsApp. And So yeah, that's one thing. And then I was in a lot of groups on Facebook. Basically, how I'm building my businesses is I see needs, and I also think, okay, what I like doing and what I could help others doing regarding those needs. So I was in a lot of Facebook groups for people who have vacation rental, and I saw that marketing was not very like their strong point. They didn't really know how how to market themselves. And I mean, you're a social media manager or strategist, so I guess you know what it is. Like a lot of people have no idea how to use social media, and because I am kind of a nerd for this, I really love to check all the new digital marketing strategies on YouTube. And I studied this. In fact, I studied business in college. So I was okay. Like, what can I do to help them? And it's something that I love doing, and I have knowledge. So that's how I built another business on not just social media, but all digital marketing. But for vacation rental owners. So that's because it's what I'm doing. So I was helping them as well be more present. And it is something that, in fact, with COVID was very, very important because Airbnb was not handling this crisis very well. In fact, they have no idea. If you check the news, they have no idea how to handle this crisis. They just take one decision after the other, hoping that it will be good, but for hosts, it's not good. So a lot of people wanted to have more independence. So that's why they go for my services, either done for you or done with you, or do it yourself with the courses that I have. So this is one another business I have, and now I'm focusing much more, which is the passion of mine, which is something I always did, but I never did it as a business. I did it with friends. It's like confidence and mindset coaching to push people, and I really say push because sometimes people need to be pushed to live their dreams. So I help people like who want to be like us, who want to be digital nomads, and who don't really know how to. They already have a business, but they want to scale it to be able to do it, and yeah, to break all the blocks and fears that they have.
Okay, very interesting. And may I ask, if you have so many different income streams, which is, by the way, a smart thing to do. I think most of us have the same situation like you. And I'm asking because I currently, well, only recently employed 2 people, because before I was simply struggling with all the things. I had tried to have all the balls in the air, and then I think I also from a seminar that I went to, an event where someone said, the minute that you decide that you cannot do everything yourself, that's when you're actually scaling your business, and that's when you're upgrading and scaling your business. So are you? You already said you have a property manager. How about the other parts? Do you have help in
Yes,
other areas?
the same. And that's in fact one of the things that I teach in my program for people who want to be digital nomads families, because I think it's a very, very, very important part. And it's, of course, there is a technical thing, but it's also the mindset. I know for me, and maybe for you as well, for a lot of people, I think it's, you think, yeah, but will they do it as well I'm doing? But at the end, our time is limited. We have just 24 hours in the day. When you're a mom, where like you have a family, then the time is even more limited. Depending on what you want to do, you can also be, of course, be 10 hours on your computer, but I guess it's not the point to travel. And that's why, like, I think it's very important. So yes, in fact, for me, for the property management, for instance, it was I was forced to do it. Until the moment I was not forced to do it, I was still thinking it's okay, I can do it myself, because the properties that I have, this is not this one, it's another one. But and it's not super far. It's like maybe 1.5 hours from here. So I would go there, clean, wait for the check-in and everything.
Yeah.
But then I got a good booking, very good booking for when I was planning to be in Brazil. So there was either I was taking the booking and I could not do it myself, or I was just refusing the booking and losing the money. So
Right.
that's how I decided to hire my property manager. And now, even though I came back from Brazil, this was this winter we were in Brazil, I I was like, no, this is fine. He's doing it for me. It's so convenient, you know. Like I think once you cross it, you see how good it is, you know. Like I just send a message. Is it okay? You have a reservation for this date? Can you do it? Yeah, okay. Well, they will arrive late. That's fine. Yes, that's fine. Okay, okay. So booking accepted. So, and for the other business, for social media, it's done for you is usually social media management, also Google Ads management. Yes, I have experts who do it. So for Google Ads, I have an expert. For social media, I have another expert who is doing it. So outsourcing those parts, yes.
Yeah, I think, yeah, again, that's a smart thing to do. And sometimes, yeah, we need a little push or else we go crazy. And then on the other part, like the family part, you say you have one daughter. How old is she?
Yeah, she's 2.5.
2.5. Okay, so yeah, you have also a toddler. Do you do something special with your daughter, like going to play groups with her? How do you manage that she gets social contact, especially when you travel? Let's talk about this a little bit.
Well, thanks to our dear COVID, those social contacts or social activities have like reduced quite a lot. Like before, every day we had activities. So before COVID, we had every day there were groups. She was going to music and art classes. She was going to a like world schooling or homeschooling meeting in the forest, by the beach on Friday. Um, and there was one meeting which was normal meetup just with other like toddlers, and yeah, or I would meet up with friends. So this was before COVID. Right now, we basically just meet up with friends because we have also kids. Because like the activities are limited right now, and I think we just go to the playground. There is a lot of like my daughter is very social, so we go through the playground and then she doesn't know people and then she will hold their hands and they will go play by themselves. So yeah, but what we are doing usually right now, we are going from October or from like end of October, we are going to start again traveling around Europe or around Spain because again, our dear friend COVID. So, and we are looking for families who are in different parts. So basically, we don't plan the trip for us and then we find activities. We plan the trip around our daughter's needs so that we can find places where there will be other families and to do with her. Usually we are doing with Workaway, which is a platform where you can like volunteer, even though like because right now I was thinking, okay, do we do Workaway where we have to work like half of the day to volunteer, or do we just take an Airbnb and that's it? But in Airbnb, you don't have this this family environment that you could have with Workaway. So even though I could do the Airbnb, I prefer to go volunteer in one place so that my daughter, and we are always looking for people who have families, who have kids around the same age, so that my daughter is in an environment where there are other kids.
I think this is also one extremely important point to discuss and also be aware of before you start your travels with a family or digital nomad lifestyle as a family, because social contact and other kids at the same age is so important. As soon as my eldest turned 2, I realized that he needs friends. He needs to be amongst his own age. And we did exactly the same like you. We were not looking anymore at the map which country we would like to visit. No, in which country are actually other digital nomad families like us. Because it's also important that it's not normal families. They usually send their children to to the childcare, kindergarten, school, whatnot. And right now we are in a really lucky position to be on Koh Phangan in Thailand, where this island seems to be full of digital nomad families, and every day we're surrounded by multiple families, and children don't go anywhere else, but they play at the beach, they go to the pool together, and that's all they have to do. It's playtime all day long, so no appointments, which is so nice, and which is so strange for other people to hear, because usually at 3.5 years of age, you usually send your child into a kindergarten, right? And then your playmates are there and not outside of the institution. Yeah, I mean, this is it's and I realized that it has become more and more popular to, and I'm very grateful for knowing that there are existing communities around the world. I could name a few places. I'm sure you know also places where to go. It's not only like in singular spots anymore, but there's like it's a movement, and that's reassuring that we're we're not alone in this. We're not crazy outcasts.
I think thanks to internet, we can find, like, it's very, like, on Facebook, you just write, okay, like in the search, like expats in, or like here it's called Moms and Babies in Valencia. So it's not only like, I understand your point that you're looking just for digital nomads, because yes, otherwise they would send them to school, but some, like, a lot of people here don't send, like, a lot. A small portion of people will not send them to school, even though they are not digital nomads. So yeah, we find families, and then anyway, it's easy because when you see who is at the playground in the day, during the day.
Yeah, what are they doing here?
Yeah, I got always asked, oh, she's not going to school? No, she's not. First, she's young. Second, she will not anyway afterwards, but but yeah, she's not going to school.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's also, I feel like there's a big notion of not sending your child to the school, at least at a certain age, or for a certain age group when they're younger still, which I find very interesting to observe. And yeah, we'll see how it goes when our children have to face the school topic.
Yes. But I think that, I don't know for your kids, but I think when you really, like, if you're like most of the time with your child, and then you follow what they want to learn. I mean, with my daughter, she cannot write the letters, but she can, like, use something to draw the letter. Since like a few weeks, she recognizes the letter. So I think they're always basically, before, like, they were like achieving what she should achieve at the end of 4, she can achieve it right now. So I think the school topics will be fine.
Yeah.
As long as they have interest, and you put the learning with the interest, I think it's totally fine. You don't need to learn mathematics on the paper. You can learn it with the rocks on the floor. So
exactly, that's how I feel too. Very cool. So one question that you already touched a little bit, but if someone is listening now and has not started traveling or living like a digital nomad family, what would you say are the obstacles for you that you're facing? Maybe also go a little bit into time management throughout the day and remote working.
Yes, the obstacle is it's to find the time to build your business. As I said, as early as possible, if you can find people to help you, this is very helpful. Don't think that you can do everything yourself, because you cannot. So yeah, I think the time, as you say, like, the time is one of the biggest obstacle. But like, for the last 2 days, I decided to wake up early. So it's not only just for the podcast that I'm waking up early. I was going to wake up early anyway, and it's very, how to say, like, it's frees my mind, like, because Before I would think, oh yeah, I have to do this and this. But then if you do it like 2 hours before she wakes up, then it's better, so that after you can like be more, have the full energy to be with her and not think about, okay, I have to do this and this and this today. Like today it's not done and she doesn't want to play alone. So yeah, I think like the biggest obstacle when you want to build it, because at the beginning, like we can talk about passive income, we can talk about a lot of things. Like right now, a lot of my things are passive, but we have to know that passive doesn't come in one day. You know, like it's not like, hey, yeah, I got all this money today without doing anything. Very passive. No, you have to work at the beginning. You have to make it work. You have to be consistent. You have to trust that you will succeed and not give up. So at the beginning, it takes work. So you have to have the time block for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But apart from this, I think a lot of obstacles are in our mind. I think a lot of things we think, yeah, but this and this and this. Don't, there is never a right moment. So we just have to do it. We just have to start and see how it goes and take the plane ticket, and that's it. You will figure it out the way.
Yeah, I mean, I partially agree on this, because sometimes I feel it's a lot easier if people go out there with already a business setup. When I started, I did it exactly like you. I also started 10 years ago, and then on the way, I built all my businesses up, and I learned it the hard way. It works, but it's really also not necessary. So if you're now listening and thinking, oh, I would like to start next year when this crazy COVID time is over, then use this time now to actually work on your business and create a client base and have a strategy laid out in front of you, and not because travel planning is also a big chunk of your time that you will have to invest when you're out there, unless you have a passport that allows you to stay in a country for as long as you want to, but I don't think this passport exists. So most of us, we have to go after 3 months unless we have residency in a country. And this makes it stressful. So if you have all these to-dos in your head, and then I feel like now that everything is running smoothly on the business side, I can enjoy much more the leisure time. And like you just said, I mean, yeah, you have to put in the work first, and preferably do it while you're still at home. That's just my 2 cents on this.
I say this because I know a lot of people, they will never go, because they will always think, okay, I need a bit more money, I need to build it more, and then you wait for your 50. So I prefer.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's like having children. It also never is the right moment. Just do it.
Okay, this is for my sister listening. She now has 5 years.
Oh, bye.
Her boyfriend told her, you have 5 years to be with the right moment.
Yeah, I mean, and then again, it's up to everyone else. I mean, to each person individually. But yeah, just do it is really a good motto to live by, I think. Just maybe one last question before I wrap up here. If you can design one perfect day, how would that look like? So that we can, walk us through.
Yeah, well, the perfect day, and it's something we love to do for us, is just going to the beach, going to meet other people, have picnic together, the kids play together, and we enjoy good food. And yeah, or like then we enjoy also going to the like nice vegan restaurants, so this would be also part of the perfect day. Basically, my perfect day is very simple. I just like to meet my friends, I like to be with other people, play, be at the beach or at the mountain, like in a natural environment, and just have fun, because we have just one life.
Yeah, awesome. I like this, and this is all what it's about. I mean, a simple life is so much more fulfilling than a life that is packed with appointments and a busy schedule. So I'm totally on the same page with you on this one as well. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Natacha, for taking your time and for getting up so early again. If people want to reach you, where can they reach you?
Mhm. Well, they can reach me on Facebook. My name is, I'm sure you will put the link in the comment, but it's Natacha Parm. Yeah, the link will be in the comments. I have also my own groups for online biz boosts for people who want to travel and who want to boost their business to do this. And yeah, just send me a direct message if you have any question after the show. I'm happy to like point you in the right direction. I'm usually working with people who already have a business. So if you don't hesitate to reach out to me or to Julia, and just I will direct you to someone who can help you do the first steps.
Perfect. Thanks so much. That sounds great. I hope everyone who has listened today got some new inspirational aspects and a new angle to look at things. It's always great to hear other people's stories. I find then we can adapt it to our needs and to our current situation. So I'm very grateful to hear other people's story. This is also why I'm initially started with the podcast, because it's so much fun to know that other crazy people are out there like us. So yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks again, Natacha, and I hope everyone is having a great day, and tune in for the next episode, which is coming up soon, and take care. Bye bye, everyone.